Welcome, data enthusiasts, to the arena of economic might. This is the Eliminator, the ultimate data-driven showdown. Tonight, 20 nations begin a grueling 7-round contest to crown the undisputed economic powerhouse. The tension is palpable. Who will rise and who will fall? Round 1. GDP per capita. The foundational measure of economic might and individual prosperity. GDP per capita shows economic output per person, a raw measure of how wealthy a nation's people are on average. A higher number indicates a wealthier nation, setting the initial benchmark for success. Switzerland, 104.0K, and the United States, 84.5K, are strong. No big surprises at the top, but China, at 13.3K, barely scrapes through. A surprising close call for an economic giant. And with that, Brazil, 10.3K, Indonesia, 4.9K, and India, 2.7K, are eliminated. Their lower GDP per capita simply couldn't keep pace in this opening round. A harsh start to the Eliminator. "17 countries remain. Next, we dive into the job market with unemployment rate. Who's finding work and who isn't? Round 2. Unemployment rate. Because a thriving economy keeps its people employed and contributing, the unemployment rate shows what percentage of the workforce can't find a job. Lower rates signify a healthier, more dynamic labor market and economic stability. Russia, 2.4%, Japan, 2.5%, and Mexico, 2.7%, lead with remarkable efficiency in their labor markets. Italy, however, barely survives at 6.5%, clearly struggling to employ its workforce. And just like that, France, 7.4%, Turkey, 8.8%, and Spain, 11.4%, are out. High unemployment proved a critical weakness for these nations. The competition tightens significantly. "14 countries left. Up next, trade balance. Are these nations exporting more than they import, or are they falling behind? Round 3. Trade balance. The global marketplace is unforgiving. Only those with a strong surplus will advance. The trade balance shows whether a country exports more than it imports. A positive balance means a trade surplus, a powerful indicator of economic health and competitiveness. The Netherlands, 11.0%, and Switzerland, 10.2%, are absolutely dominating trade. But what a shocker! The United States, a global economic titan, registers a significant deficit at 3.2%. And it's a huge upset. The United States, along with the United Kingdom, 0.9%, and Mexico, 1.2%, are eliminated. To see the US out so early, a true powerhouse gone. I did not see that coming. Mexico was a top 3 last round. Japan just barely survived with 0.9%. Only 11 countries remain. The pressure mounts as we examine foreign investment. Who's attracting global capital? Round 4. Foreign investment. Attracting global capital is a testament to a nation's future potential. Foreign direct investment inflows, as a percentage of GDP, indicate how attractive a country is to international investors. Higher numbers suggest confidence in future growth and stability. Australia, 3.0%, and Canada, 2.8%, are drawing in major investment. But the biggest shocker of the tournament so far, Switzerland, which led in round 1, is eliminated with a massive 11.6% foreign investment outflow. Unbelievable. And we've lost some heavy hitters. Russia, 0.4%, the Netherlands, 1.4%, and that shocking elimination of Switzerland are out. Their inability to attract or retain foreign capital proved their undoing. China, meanwhile, with a mere 0.1%, once again barely survives. We're down to just 8 countries. Next up, inflation rate. Can these economies maintain stable prices and preserve wealth? Round 5. Inflation rate. The silent killer of purchasing power. Stability is key to survival here. Inflation measures how fast prices rise. Stable, low inflation signals a well-managed economy, preventing erosion of consumer wealth and business confidence. China, 0.2%, is demonstrating incredible price stability, a very strong showing. But for Japan, a country that barely survived the trade balance round, its 2.7% inflation rate is a definite red flag. And just like that, we say goodbye to Canada, 2.4%, Japan, 2.7%, and Australia, 3.2%. After strong showings in foreign investment, their higher inflation rates have sent them packing. Japan, after barely surviving 2 rounds, finally succumbs. South Korea, at 2.3%, barely survives this round. A close call for them. Only 5 countries remain. Now, we look at the long game. Education spending. Who's investing in their future? Round 6, education spending. Investing in human capital today shapes tomorrow's economic growth. Education spending as a share of GDP reflects a country's commitment to developing its workforce and fostering innovation, a crucial driver for future economic growth. South Korea, 5.8%, and Germany, 5.2%, are really stepping up, showing strong commitment to their future generations. Saudi Arabia, at 5.1%, also performs strongly, but just barely survives this cut. And the journey ends for Italy, 4.1%, and China, 4.0%. Despite China's amazing inflation performance last round, its lower investment in education seals its fate. Italy, after a decent run, also falls short. The field is narrowing fast. Just 3 countries left. The ultimate decider, GDP growth. Who's truly expanding their economic might? The grand finale, Round 7, GDP growth. The ultimate test of an economy's dynamism and potential. Only one can stand. The annual GDP growth rate measures the speed at which an economy is expanding. Faster growth means more opportunity, more wealth creation, and a truly vibrant economic engine. South Korea and Saudi Arabia both clock in at an impressive 2.0% growth, a photo finish at the top. Germany, however, with a negative growth rate of 0.5%, is clearly struggling in this final metric. And the tension builds. With GDP growth as the final arbiter, we must say farewell to Germany, 0.5%, whose economic contraction unfortunately sends them home. And in a stunning turn, despite an excellent 2.0%, Saudi Arabia is also eliminated, losing out by the slimmest of margins in this ultimate tiebreaker. South Korea stands alone, the last country standing. What an incredible journey! After 7 grueling rounds, facing down 19 other nations, South Korea has emerged victorious. From barely surviving the inflation round, it surged in education and ultimately showcased robust GDP growth. Congratulations, South Korea, the undisputed economic powerhouse. And there you have it, folks. The Eliminator has crowned its champion. Did your country survive the gauntlet? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Data Derby for more thrilling data showdowns. Until next time, keep crunching those numbers.